Dave, can you just tell us where you expect to use Soler as a right field, DH, maybe a little bit of both, and maybe just walk us through how these deals get set up?
Yeah, I mean, a combination of both. I mean, we obviously, we love his upside, love his power, like the fact that we have some control for the next 4 years. Potential right fielder, as you know, Flanny, we have several players that are perhaps, entering free agency after the 2017 season, so this was an important deal for us, a tough deal, trading an all-star closer in Wade Davis, somebody who's been just so instrumental to our success. We certainly wouldn't have been able to win and win a World Series without Wade. So, but with the fact that we have the DH, we can utilize him in those spots.
How does he rate defensively in your mind?
Please use the microphone. I'm sorry.
How does he rate defensively in
In
your
your
mind?
mind, I know he's got a plus arm, but does he need some improvement perhaps in his outfield skills?
Well, we see him as an average right fielder with a chance to get better. I mean, we put great faith in Rusty Coons, who works with our outfielders and our base runners, and we feel there's upside there as well.
Other questions? Ron, can you please go? And the microphone, sir. Thank you.
Was there any impetus for this from the new CBA rules, knowing that you can only get after the first round if you sign for $50 million or more and left as a free agent in a year? Or do you think this would have happened anyway?
I think it would have happened anyway. That really didn't factor in with this particular deal, no.
Does it change your thinking toward all those guys you have who are eligible after the season?
Well, every situation is different, and we have to evaluate it one at a time, but not necessarily. I mean, we're not going to feel any pressure to move forward with any of our players based on the new CBA. We think it's a tremendous deal, for baseball, and we don't see it affecting the Royals in a negative way.
Go ahead.
Chad, does this automatically make Davis closer, or are there other moves that you guys are planning that might change that?
No, that's certainly the thought. We did this deal of putting Wade Davis in the ninth inning. Obviously, an all-star closer. He's closed out World Championships, and we're excited to get him. That doesn't say that we don't have a lot of confidence in the other guys in our bullpen. Hector did a great job as a closer. Pedro Stroke has had a really good run with us in the eighth inning. C.J. Edwards, Justin Grimm. But one thing we learned this year, and I know Dayton learned it, in 14 and 15, is just when you play that extra month, it's really hard on your bullpen. It's hard on your whole pitching staff. And the more good relievers we can add, the more we can add that length and just have multiple weapons, the better. And so, Wade's going to pitch the ninth, but we really like the other guys we have, and hopefully this can take a little bit of the burden off all of them, hoping to play that seventh month.
Go ahead, Tyler.
With so many free agents like you referred to there, it was important to get a big league piece back in this, and how do you kind of balance still wanting to win this year with the reality of what you face next year?
Tyler, I mean, that's the challenge, obviously, and but we think it's important to try to accomplish both. We certainly expect to win in 2017, put a competitive team on the field that can compete to win our division. It's going to be a challenge, but we're excited that Jorge can be a part of that. And as I said before, it gives us control, for the future. And because we don't want to, we want to continue to win. We want to win consistently in Kansas City, and Jorge certainly gives us a better opportunity to do that.
Just curious what your understanding is about Davis as the flex lieutenant, missed some time a couple times over the summer, where that is now, and how comfortably, obviously you're very comfortable with it, but what makes you comfortable?
Yeah, we felt really good about it. Obviously, we took a look at the file, looked at the MRIs we took in July, and it looked really good. And then Dayton actually offered, he said, I want you to feel good about this as a deal, and Dayton's a dream to work with. And so we had our trainer put his hands on him today, give him a physical, and he checked out great. He looks fantastic and ready to go. So I think anytime you're trading a guy like Jorge Soler, you want to make sure that you feel really terrific about what you're getting in return. And go through the medical file process, and we put our hands on Wade this morning. We felt felt really good about it.
Yes, sir.
Both you guys did address this because you have some experience with it, but Dayton last couple of years, you've had to manage success coming off of very successful seasons and going into the next one with different expectations. Jed, you went through it in Boston. You're going to face having won everything there is to win and trying to replicate that. What are the difficulties? What have you learned about that, such as managing success?
Yeah, I think that, it's definitely a different set of challenges. I think Joe will do a masterful job of dealing with that, the motivation factor, and also dealing with the fact that you do have to do things a little bit different, like coming into spring training, maybe the early part of the next season. We played into mid-October in 2015, and then obviously into November in 2016. So I do think we have to think about how that affects all of our players, not just the pitchers, but all the players, and try to be creative in how we give them rest, try to be creative in when they start their workouts and stuff like that. There's no question, and this deal obviously shows that. We expect to play for a long time again this year, and we want to plan accordingly. And so, we've got a tough road ahead, like everyone does, but we do have to plan for playing that 7th month, and it does require some lengthy discussions and some creativity on the front end.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you very much. Thanks, gentlemen. Appreciate it.